I pick up trash every week. It's kind of become a pet peeve of mine. You know, we find a lot of trash on the beach. And of course you find a lot of stuff that washes up from storms, which kind of is what led me into working a lot more with plastics and ocean cleanup, because you'll have a big storm that blows through and you'll get a ton of stuff that washes up out of the ocean. You kind of think about how much stuff is laying right there on the ocean floor, just a little bit offshore. One particular week after a big storm, I picked up 25 pairs of sunglasses in one day. And that didn't count the swim goggles and swim mask and sand toys and all of that. It was 25 pairs of sunglasses in one day. Probably the strangest thing I've ever picked up was a coffee maker, literally a coffee maker. And then last year we had a boat that beached up right at the tip end of Gulf State Park. And as it sat there beached for a few weeks, it started, the surf kind of started pounding on it and broke the boat apart. And all of the electronics and pieces and parts of the boat were washing up on shore. That was really, really awful because it just filled the ocean up. There was styrofoam and pieces and parts of the boat everywhere for a half mile on the beach. I've found everything from full jars of mayonnaise, coffee makers, a sweet potato, which I thought was really odd. Just a little bit of everything, because everything that goes into the ocean, if it's not laying on the bottom, it will wash up, and it's you know, it will eventually break down. All of these pieces of plastics, everything that goes in, plastic doesn't go away. It breaks down into microplastics. The fish eat it, we're eating the fish. It all comes back around. That's why we have to be more aware of plastics and what we're doing to our environment.